go about that?
I think the first thing was, when I'd seen some of the things he had achieved and learned a little bit more about him, he was not only such a fierce rugby player, but he was a real good man as well. And so, for me it was, man, I'd love to be able to do the things that this man has been able to achieve. And although, to be able to get there, the road's not always straight, and you can always see all the way to the end. Not every team that I wanted to be in or be a part of, I made. So there were a few bumps along the way, and there were a few trials that I had to go through that, some people see them as, this is going to halt my progress, but sometimes when you look at it from a different point of view, if it's a challenge and it's going to help me grow and help me get better, then I'll take that on board and try and get better along the way.
That's a really interesting comment that you make, because I guess probably every New Zealand kid wants to grow up and be an All Black, and so, obviously a lot of them don't, and there are probably some fantastic rugby players out there who never made it to All Black level. And as we've just heard about Sir Peter Blake, it took him 17 years to win his first Whitbread round the world yacht race. So how do you do that? Is it just a matter of coping with those disappointments and pushing past them?
I think it's definitely one of the tools, being able to cope with disappointment. But I think, one of the things my dad always used to say to me when I was growing up, when we moved from Tukoroa to Auckland, one of the biggest changes that really stood out for me were the size of guys. And I was never a big guy, but my dad always told me, son, when you're out on the field, you have to show courage. And as before I'd even hit the field, Dad would always be there to help me with my training. So he always said, work hard, don't be afraid of it, son. With that sort of hard work, it always pays off. Hard work always pays off. And when I met some of the big guys that I would meet on the rugby fields here in Auckland, my dad's word would always stand out to me. Show courage when you had to go and tackle the biggest guy on the field, and don't be afraid to outwork him.
And so, what was it like making the All Black squad and wearing that black jersey for the first time?
For me it was amazing, Mike, being able to fulfill a dream that, from such a young age, probably 8 or 9, that was something I really wanted to do. It was amazing to be able to fulfill that. But one of the real cool things a couple of years before making the All Blacks was watching Michael Jones in 1987. By 1999, I was playing alongside him. So that was, for me to be able to play alongside my hero, it was amazing. I never thought I'd ever get the chance to. I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to meet him. But, man, I just couldn't believe that the guy that I was watching on my little box, my little television at home in Tukoroa, I was actually playing alongside him when I finished school and became a professional rugby player.
That's fantastic. And is it okay to change your dreams, to adjust them? I mean, because once you've made the All Blacks, you've achieved your dreams. So when did you decide, hey, I want to be a great All Black, I want to be an All Black that plays 100 test matches?
I really think it's so important. It is a lot of hard work to become an All Black, and that journey isn't always the way it pans out to be, but it's even harder to stay there. When you think about how many people want to be All Blacks, it looks like this much.